Well, hi there, good evening and welcome to the broadcast. It is good to have you on this brand new week. It is Monday and we are so glad that you've made time for us tonight. We've got quite a lot in store. Here are the day's top stories. More oral submissions presented before the National Dialogue Committee as public participation ends Tuesday. President William Ruto to kick-start a 4-day tour of the Luo Nyanza region. Police recruitment exercise to begin soon. Leaders warn of corruption. Well, thank you for your time. Our SMS line is 23059. You can watch us on Facebook and on YouTube on EBN TV. EBN Prime Edition begins right now. I'm Cynthia Nanjala. Political leaders from Luo Nyanza have been urged to join President William Ruto during his tour of the region next week. The president will be visiting the 4 counties of Luo Nyanza for a 4 days on a development tour from Friday next week. And the Cabinet Secretary for ICT, Eliud Owalo, has impressed upon the political leaders to join him in the tour. He revealed that during this tour, the head of state will launch projects in the roads, blue economy, and information and communication technology sectors across the 4 counties. Owalo added that in the spirit of effective coordination and interdependence between the 2 levels of government, that is the county officials from across the 4 counties are also expected to join the president in the tour. The CS stated that the head of state repeatedly said that time for politics is long gone and this is now a time for development, hence the need for local leaders to work closely with the government.
So as a means of carrying everybody along, we are letting people know that the president will be coming. We are also sensitizing them on the projects that are due for launch. We have got road projects he's going to commission. We have got blue economy projects. We have got the PIA. We have got ICT projects, which are also going to be commissioned. So, in the spirit of effective coordination and interdependence between the 2 levels of government, we are appealing to leaders from the county governments and all politicians to join the president in this development tour. The president has said here many a time that time for politics is over. It is now a time to serve the people. And there are only 1 Kenyan people. 1 national government led by His Excellency the President and 47 county governments which are supposed to work closely with the national government. So this is going to be a development tour. We will join the president in this development tour. We are appealing to all other stakeholders, the political class inclusive, to also join the president in the development tour. Over and above the projects that are going to be launched this time around, you are aware that we have got feasible plans to revitalize the sugar factories,
and to be launched. Additionally, there is the Koru Bible College Road, which will also be launched. Then the president will also visit the Lake Basin Mall, which will also be commissioned. And then there is a water project for Kisumu Town, the last mile, which has been done by Lake Victoria South Waterworks Authority. Besides that, in Kisumu, at the ports, there is MV Uhuru 2, which will also be commissioned for it to begin plying its trade in Lake Victoria by the Ministry of Defense. In Siaya, there is the road for Bondo Leunda in Bondo, and then there is a digital lab in Rarieda at Mahaya TVC. Again, there is a level 4 hospital whose groundbreaking will be done in Ugenya. And the other thing in Siaya County will be a visit to Game constituency at the Thanksgiving service of the area MP down in Bualisha. In Homa Bay, there is the Mfangano Ring Road, and Mfangano is one of those highlands that is deep in the lake with very poor or limited infrastructure.
Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru has been re-elected to serve as the chairperson of the Council of Governors. Her deputy Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi also retained the position as vice chairperson. Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga was picked to chair the Human Resources Committee, while Nandi Governor Stephen Sang retains his seat as the whip. Following her re-election, Waiguru said that her focus will now be ensuring that all devolved functions and subsequent resources are fully handed over to the county governments. She promised to focus on increasing revenue allocation to counties, supporting counties to improve on-source revenue, and successful implementation of the universal health coverage, agriculture value chains development, value addition, and trade.
Dr. Wilbur Otichilo, EGH, Governor Vihiga County. Number 9, Human Resource Labor Social Welfare Committee, H.E. Mutai Kahiga, Governor Nyeri County. Number 10, Finance Planning and Economic Affairs Committee, H.E. FCPA, Fernandez Baraza, OGW, Governor Kakamega County. The process, we don't think so. I think this is a fresh process that has been started in this season that we are in right now. And we believe that both the national government and the other parties that are playing a role in the Azimio, all of them have the interests of the country at hand, and they are committed to ensure that we address the perennial challenges that we have been facing after every election. So we believe that the commitment that we have seen to ensure that they listen to many people will bear fruit, and therefore that is why we are going to submit our proposals. On the matter to do with impeachment, yes, as governors, we are extremely concerned that when you compare the process of removing a member of parliament, for example, from office, or a senator or a member of the county assembly, when you compare that process to the process of the removal of a governor, you find that there is a very huge difference. The procedure of removing a member of parliament is very lengthy and is made very tedious and is limited in terms of time. You're told that you cannot start a removal of a member of parliament 2 years within the first 2 years from the date of the election. And then you cannot attempt to remove a member of parliament a year before elections. We don't have those provisions for county governments. If you look at the procedure of their removal, you require signatures from about 30% of the people who voted for them, the registered number of voters in those constituencies or counties. And what we are saying is that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. That we do not want a situation where county government.
Calls for the creation of additional administrative units continued to feature as the National Dialogue Committee received oral submissions from the public ahead of the conclusion of the public participation exercise on Tuesday. During the hearings, the committee leadership dismissed media reports alleging that the committee was spending millions of shillings in allowances and food, saying a well-wisher was footing their bill.
Of BBI are still there, and you can make reference to them. And the BBI, we did draft a constitutional amendment, and if you look at Article 107A, there we have provided for leader of opposition. And if you look at Part 2A, there we have provided for the post of Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, which of course now is Prime Cabinet Secretary. The number one issue, as you know, in Kenya today is the unprecedented high cost of living, which is causing unbearable suffering, misery, anxiety, and hunger among the populace in Kenya. As a prominent church leader has stated, we are strangling the lives of the poor Kenyans. History is replete with examples where people in countries facing a national crisis come together to fight the threat. Mwalimu Julius Nyerere used to say that just as in UK, for example, everybody came together to face the threat to the nation caused by Germany, which led to the Second World War, so we in Africa are in a state of war, and it is a war against ignorance, poverty, and disease. And this war can only be won if we all.
Elsewhere, a family in Mombasa is crying for justice following the mysterious disappearance of their king Ali in September. The businessman Zakaria Kamala Bashe was allegedly abducted on September 6th and has since not been found. Zakaria had earlier this year been arrested over claims that he was involved in smuggling of guns into Somalia. The family now wants the government to produce him.
Appeared that he is in Somalia, that he had been arrested in Somalia, trying to join Al-Shabaab by Somali authorities. Since his arrest here in Mombasa was very clearly, all the hallmarks was of police officers. It seems, therefore, that our good DCI officers handed over Kamal to Somali authorities.
Sisi tulikuwa naye kwa nyumba, alikuwa ametoka kazini saa 11, alishikwa pale posta na kilipiko. Na CCTV kamera kuonyesha kwamba akiwa anatekwa, anawekwa kwa gari iko inaonyesha. Tulienda kupiga ripoti, OP, kila kitu iko.
The police service has issued a stern warning to police officers who will engage in corruption during the police recruitment service, expected to begin soon. Eliud Kinuthia has noted that they will handle those found culpable with no mercy. The committee has noted that they have put in place necessary measures to ensure smooth recruitment of police officers.
Mimi nashukuru Rais. Juzi alitupa mwelekeo ya kwamba usajili wa maafisa wa polisi na usajili wa kazi zingine umekuwa na visa vingi vya kuwa na corruption. Na alitoa amri ya kwamba yeye personally atapigana na ataongoza kupigana na hii ufisadi. Mimi nahakikishia Your Excellency, katika usajili wa maafisa wa polisi, sisi kama tume ambao tumepewa jukumu ya katiba ya kufanya recruitment, tutafanya kazi kwa pamoja na Inspector Generali na tutahakikisha kwamba wananchi wote ambao wanastahili kupata hizi nafasi wamepata kutoka kwa serikali bila malipo yoyote.
Ningependa kumhakikishia Mheshimiwa Rais ya kwamba agizo lake limetufikia, amri tushaipata, tuko tayari. Tunahakikishia Wakenya ya kwamba kuandikwa kwa askari safari hii itakuwa bila ufisadi wa aina yoyote. Tuko tayari. Amri ya Rais imetufikia, tumeweka mikakati, sera tushasajili tayari. Kazi yetu tunaenda wakati huu, tunawaambia raia watusaidie, waachane na mambo hiyo ya ufisadi, na sisi wenyewe tunawahakikishia kwamba kwa upande wetu tutahakikisha kwamba zoezi hilo wakati huu utakuwa wa huru na haki.
Na niambie wazazi na wananchi, wewe ambaye saa hii unaanza kuuza shamba, unaanza kuuza ng'ombe, ati unatayarisha pesa, sijui utapea nani, hawa maafisa ambao tutatuma kwenda kufanya usajili, mimi kama mwajiri wao, akipatikana ofisa yoyote ama mwananchi yoyote ambaye ameingia kwa kosa la corruption wakati wa usajili, sisi kama tume tutamchukulia hatua ya kinidhamu, na Inspector Generali anajua tumekubaliana.
The Kenya National Union of Teachers NAT Deputy Secretary General Hesbon Otieno has expressed his disappointment with the actions of the Teachers Service Commission TSC regarding the issue of delocalization. While addressing a meeting of teachers in Kakamega County, Otieno also noted there is need for teachers to be elevated to a status similar to those who oversee examinations and receive their due rewards.
Ministry wanatuma quality assurance. Wewe mwalimu mmoja unakuwa quality assurance until a lot of time that should be teacher student contact inapotezwa kwa quality assurance. Sio ni baya. That is why we are saying kama kazi ya quality assurance ifanywe na Ministry of what? Wacha TSC wafanye what we call teacher management.
Swala la medical skill kwa walimu katika Kenya lazima tutalijadilia katika bunge la kitaifa. Hatuwezi kuwa na mwalimu kazi yote anafanya lakini mpaka achangiwe mchango. na ile hali kandarasi hiyo tunajua vizuri, kuna makwenyenyo kule juu ambao wamechukua kandarasi ya medical scheme ya walimu, wanawasungusha and they are making billions.
The matters of delocalization of teachers, it has not been fully implemented. Tuko na walimu ambao bado they are serving in other counties, and again this is a matter which will bring up to our education committee so that all those teachers who are delocalized lazima warudi nyumbani. There is a reason why we are pushing for teachers warudi hapa nyumbani so that we can have interaction na walimu wetu hapa nyumbani, and that is what is cutting across the board. So this is a petition ambayo I want to assure you that I'm going to push my committee of education to that memorandum to TSC.
To Kakamega, police officers have launched an investigation following the mysterious death of a man who was found at Joyland Street on the outskirts of Kakamega. According to the residents, the man, Kevin Ongo, was addicted to alcohol and may have been beaten when he was drunk while leaving his workplace. In addition, Nyumba Kumi leaders in the area have complained about the lack of security, blaming some residents for hiding criminals. Led by Salim Hassan, the leaders have blamed the watchman for the murder of this family, revealing that residents saw them whipping him. Now, the residents want officers to be given official uniforms, saying that some of them are using the position to harass them and commit criminal acts.
Ukitembea mahali mtu akikufa ama ukipata mtu amepigwa maybe na anapigwa kichapo ingine mbaya sana, either uvunjike ama ukufe. Hasa kitu yenye iko sasa hii, Nyumba Kumi ndio imeanza kubeba hiyo msalaba. Ikifanyika tu unasikia tu Nyumba Kumi ndio wako kwa patrol. Ikifanyika tu unasikia tu Nyumba Kumi ndio walikuwa kwa patrol. Sasa chenye tunaunga tu mwenzangu mkono, hawa kwetu kwa uniform. Hakika hata kama unatoka town late na unakutana nao maybe kwa hii barabara na wako kwa uniform, utawaheshimu. Ndio watakuongelesha kama kwa uniform utawaheshimu. Lakini wakati mtu ako kwa raia, unaanza kuongea naye mtaanza kuvurutana.
Tena huyu bwana saizi kuna watu hapa wasiojua, wanaongea tu lakini wajajua ukweli iko wapi. Huyu bwana amepigwa na masoja. Masoja hapa, kuna soja mmoja mrefu hapa ndiye anangoja hizo maduka zote. Na hadi kuna wale mashahidi walimuona wakamkataza, lakini ndio hiyo. So sisi hatutachoka kuweka ulinzi katika area yetu. Sisi hatuui mwizi. Sisi tukishika mwizi direct huwa tunapigia serikali na kuja inachukua huyo mtu. Na mtu ambaye tunapiga, sisi vituo za Chang'aa tulikataa. Tulikataa tu vituo kwa sababu ina madhara mengi sana.
Joyland kuna visa zinafanyika ni mingi. Nikifanyika wanachangia wakiweka Nyumba Kumi ndani cause wako na raia hawana uniform. So mtu akitoka kwa nakupiga anadanganya ni Nyumba Kumi na si Nyumba Kumi. Amechukulia advantage kwa sababu gani? Juu ana uniform. Sasa kuna raia. Wao utajua ni Nyumba Kumi na si Nyumba Kumi. So tunaomba serikali iangalie Nyumba Kumi uniform na watembee nao ili tusaidiwe. Joyland tumechoka. Si huyu si kijana wa kwanza kuuawa Joyland. Wameuawa wengi paka huko Musango huko chini. Na wanasema ni Nyumba Kumi. Kwa sababu gani? Hawana uniform. Serikali iangalie Nyumba Kumi uniform. Na watembee nao kama wanataka kulinda usalama ya raia.
Tujue Nyumba Kumi ni wakina nani na nani wanajiandikisha kwa serikali ama watu wako tu kwa njia zingine za kudanganya raia. Mimi ni Nyumba Kumi kungoja usalama wetu. Sisi tunaomba amani katika kaunti yetu ya Kakamega, tukae na undugu na upendo, tulinde hawa mama, tulinde hata vijana, tujilinde.
Members of the Kikuyu Council of Elders are calling on elected leaders from Murang'a to shun divisions and unite for the benefit of the community. The elders have expressed concern over some incidents where a section of elected leaders and their followers have resulted to use social media platforms to insult and exhibit political differences. The elders, led by their chairperson, Wachira Kiago, say the differences, if not checked, may escalate and cause divisions among residents of Murang'a, thus denying them developments. Kiago observed as elders they are ready to give counsel where needed, saying the leaders should forget about last elections and focus on delivering their promises to the common wananchi. The elders spoke during a ceremony to install Peter Mareri as the new county chairman of the council after the retirement of Father Joachim Kitonga at Kahuro grounds.
Siku ya leo tuko hapa Murang'a County. Tulikuwa tumekuja kutawasa chairman mpya wa county. Yule tulikuwa naye zamani amezeeka, Father Joaquim Gitonga, na alikuwa amesema yeye anataka kulitaya. Na kwa hivyo tumekuja na watu wa Murang'a wakutupatia chairman mpya after kumsugusha kabisa, anaitwa Mareri. Sisi yetu kama national office tuko na furaha kuona vile community yetu inatakikana kuendelea. Sisi kitu tugehisi na kuuliza watu wetu. Kwanza, umoja ni wa maana sana. Tushikane na tufikirie sana habari ya watoto wetu ili tuendeleze nchi yetu pamoja na community yetu sawa sawa.
Tunasema namna hii kwa sababu ya Murang'a yetu iko na mambo mingi ambayo tunasikia kutokana hata na wanasiasa na kutokana na vijana wetu. Murang'a iko namba moja kwa ulevi na mambo zingine. Tunazingatia kwanza kuonyesha sisi ishara ya kuwa sisi kama wazee hatutaki pombe karibu na sisi. Kutoka hapo vijana wetu tutawaleta pamoja kutoka every sub county, tutawaongelesha pamoja na community yote. Ndio sasa turudishe laini watu vile wamekosea.
We value strictly the togetherness of the people of Kenya because we know that way we, the Kikuyu community and others, will thrive and progress. And that is why today, with the installation of Mr. Mareri today, we expect that he is going to work towards the furtherance of the ideals of the Kikuyu community so that we can have a strong Kenya.
The Senate committee probing the Shakahola massacre now wants to be given more time to conclude the report. The committee's chairperson, Danson Mungatana, says the committee is yet to conclude its report as it seeks to unravel the mystery behind what transpired in the expansive ranch. Speaking during the launch of Pokomo Bible, the senator warned religious leaders against misusing their mandate.
Thank you so much. Wasini ndiye huyu anaitwa Salatu Semi. Tusipowafundisha watoto wetu ndio tunapoteza watu kwa mafundisho mapotovu kama ilivyofanyika kule Shakahola. Na watu wetu tunawaomba Bwana Mungu atupatie mioyo ya kuwafunza watoto wetu. Ninyi mmenichagua na mimi nimechaguliwa tena kule Senate kusimamia hii kazi ya Shakahola. Na Shakahola tunaipeleka, tumefikia karibu mwisho, lakini bado tuko na mashahidi wengine ambao lazima wasikike. Na wale ambao wanangojea results, tungojee kwanza tusikize mashahidi ambao wamebaki. Biblia inatuambia kwamba siku za mwisho kutakuja manabii wa uongo. Wanasema Biblia inazungumza hivi, tusikubali wale manabii wa uongo kuja kuchafua dini ya Kikristo. Mheshimiwa seneta wenyu amezungumza hapa kwamba yeye baada ya machafuko yale, baada ya yale maovu ya Shakahola, bunge la Senate lilibuni kamati maalum kuchunguza ni nini ilifanyika ili kutuambia kwenda mbele ni yapi ambao kama nchi tunahitaji kutafakari ili maafa kama yale yasitendeke tena katika nchi yetu.
The Supreme Council of Kenya Muslim has struck 27 travel agencies from the list of approved companies that will process travel and accommodation arrangements for Kenya's 2024 Hajj pilgrims. The Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims says out of 77 firms that participated in the exercise, only 50 have been approved for their celebrations. The council's chairperson Al-Haj Hassan has called on the pilgrims to deal with approved agents.
Potential pilgrims are advised to strictly deal with approved agents for the 2024 Hajj and are strongly discouraged from using brokers and other middlemen who are not approved in order to secure the safety of their monies they pay for Hajj. That potential pilgrims in harness to prepare their travel documents and ensure they pay the appropriate fees for Hajj costs to authorized agents and for onward transmission to the Saudi authorities and service providers.
Well, sports, the Sakaja Super Cup soccer tournament has officially kicked off and 340 teams are set to participate in the tournament, with finals being played on the 16th of December. The tournament is set to be played in over 70 days with both men's and women's teams. Winner of men's category to receive cash prize of 3 million shillings, while the women's category winner will walk away with 1 million. Speaking during the opening of the tournament, the Governor Johnson Sakaja assured more than 100 talents will be discovered.
We've started off the Super Cup, the Sakaja Super Cup. Of course, our motivation comes from the core of our manifesto, which is a city of order and dignity, but hope and opportunities. We have a lot of talent that is out there in all our 17 constituencies, in our 85 wards. But for a long time, people have never had the chance, to be showcased, to come and play at this level, to compete for real money, and which is good money. Someone was asking me today whether it is the Premier League or National League, but really just to give opportunities to our young people and to recognize them. It goes hand in hand with what we're doing in the sports sector, in sorting out our sports infrastructure, our stadia. We intend to complete all those which have been stalled. We are just almost done, 98% done with Dandora. The last piece of turf came in the day before yesterday. We have broken ground at City Stadium, which is Joka Dengue Stadium. We've set aside a lot of money for that, Woodley Stadium, and many more coming up. So it's just part of our plan for our young.
The Mombasa Stars team won the first National Super League game in the country. This is after beating SS Assad 3-1 in the third round of the league. 2 goals from Brian Moraya and Ramadan Salim gave Mombasa Stars the victory, while Abdallah Hamadi gave SS Assad 1 goal to wipe away their tears.
Season tumecheza game 3, win 1, draw 1 na lose 1. So tuna hope tutaendelea kutoka hapo. Bidii, maana tunaenda game by game tukiangalia mbele.
Ni furaha kwamba kwangu kuona wawekezaji wameanza kujitokeza eneo la Mombasa kusaidia vilabu vyetu ambavyo viko kwa ngazi ya juu ya mpira hapa kwetu Kenya. Na ni furaha zaidi kwamba ningependa kusema wengine pia zaidi wangejitokeza sana, ili tuone kwamba mwakani karibu tuona kama timu 3 hapa Pwani ambazo zitaweza kwenda Premier League. Na iko nia na iko hari. Na nimefurahi sana kwamba kuona pia mashabiki wamejitokeza kwa wingi.
Well, that's all we had prepared for you from our news desk tonight. Thank you so much for keeping us company. We do hope that you're adequately informed on what is happening across the country. I wrap my bags. I'm Cynthia Nanjala. Good night.